the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. A chance tonight to see Jimmy Butler. Always a lot of talk about his defense, but Kenny, what makes him a cut above the rest in that area?
Oh, he has great footwork and lateral quickness for guys his size. You know, he's 6'5", 6'6". He has the ability to play inside, play outside, understands defensive positioning. Just a great all-around player.
How many times does Dr. O'Neal have to correct you non-grammar
Man, that was a big yawn
people?
Right there, you know?
I said, how many times does Dr.
I apologize.
O'Neal...
Excuse me for yawning
Why?
Before your thing.
Oh.
How many times does Dr. O'Neal have to correct you non-grammar speaking people?
Why? What's wrong?
It's feet work, not footwork. But
Oh,
anyway,
my gosh.
his reach helps him cover extra ground, and he can pressure guys without fouling. Great feet work.
How do you keep from yawning if you feel like you got to yawn? Is there a way to not yawn?
Yes, there is.
What is it?
Stop being around boring people.
Yep, too late for that. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. You look at the Timberwolves, they're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Now, back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him, so I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brent, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry.
Now
I
come
got
on.
fired
Yeah, right.
up.
I get you.
I think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game. Elite point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel. And as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Tolliver is inside at the 4, with Towns at the 5. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the point guard position. Here is Tolliver. Shot clock at 6. And it's Butler missing. Teague against Dragic. So the wing on the left. Richardson against Wiggins. Makes it off the glass. Richardson's got the first points of the night for the Heat.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
Pass to Butler. Kicks to Towns. We're about 1 minute into the first. Banked in off the glass.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
It's Richardson on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Richardson's got 5.
Richardson shooting it now from deep. Good touch on the long ranger.
Teague finds Butler. Back to Teague. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by Wade. Johnson with it. Butler covering. Wade with no one around. No good on the three. Here's Minnesota. It's a three-point game. Teague surveying the D. To the inside, Butler. He can't get that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Very difficult to imagine it'll be much different this season. These teams still appear to be very closely matched, each with talent to be competitive, but not necessarily elite.
Here's Butler, following the score by James Johnson. Right side, Butler over Wade. Miami grabs the miss. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
The first one falls.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
No good on the second free throw. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
Now here's Teague. Last time out he had 13 points. He kicks it to Wiggins. Over Richardson.
Well, this is why they got Richardson. It's because of the defensive end. He holds his ground on that position, and nothing easy.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Now, sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
Here's Towns, and that one goes long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the two-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
And he makes the first.
There's so much inside of Josh Richardson that is yet to be tapped into. An athletic shooting guard who can play both ends of the floor.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
And the coaches got to keep their focus, though, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside Teague. Shot from 16. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, it's Richardson. Here's Johnson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Towns, the pass to Teague. That's a 2 from Butler. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Wade kicks to Dragic. And there's the pass to Richardson. Inside. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Teague finds Towns. Butler at the elbow. Shoots over Dragic. Bank shot, no good.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Down low, here's Wade. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Wade's got 6.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Amazing how much James Johnson gets leaned on for what Miami wants to do offensively. Out of Wake Forest, a very versatile 6'8" forward, and plays a ton of positions for Eric Spoelstra.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Wiggins kicks to Teague. Towns dishes to Wiggins. It's stolen by Dragic. Drops in the breakaway layup. Dragic has got his first 2 points.
And that's what happens when you swipe the ball from the opposition like Dragic did there. Sometimes you get rewarded in the open floor with an easy 2 points.
Now here's Butler. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. Hits the front of the rim and out. It just seems like James Johnson has some point forward in his game. What do you think, Brent?
I think that Eric Spoelstra has just championed that part of his game and trusts him to make the right decisions. And when your teammates have that kind of confidence in your playmaking ability, sometimes the opportunities for you to make the right pass, they grow.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Miami, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for Wade. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Justice Winslow comes in for Johnson, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. He hits both from the stripe.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Right side Towns. Back to Wiggins. Passes it to Rose. And just miss after miss right now.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Wade gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Tyler Johnson, the 6'4" combo guard out of Fresno State, very lightly recruited out of high school and undrafted in 2014. He has just had doubters every step of the way and proved them wrong.
A different look for Miami. Dion Waiters comes in for Richardson, and Ellington is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Outside, Towns. Johnson against Rose. And it's off the back rim. No good. Well, think about Tyler Johnson, Brent, overcoming the doubts. 4-year, $50 million contract in 2016 was widely questioned around the NBA.
Yeah, there are a lot of contracts in that summer that are questionable just because of the timing of the salary cap bump. But Brooklyn had signed him as a restricted free agent. The Heat matched, and Tyler Johnson just looking forward to going out and making himself a better player. That's his job.
Now here's Winslow. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Here's Towns after the Heat pick up 2. Jang, no luck.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Here's Waiters, and that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Timberwolves trail by 21. Rose with the ball. And he also played a big role in their last game with Atlanta. Here's Towns. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
That's good from Winslow. And Winslow about 6'7", 225, but Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4. And when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
Now here's Johnson after Dion Waiters' miss. On the wing, Johnson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That 3 off the mark. Timberwolves trailed by 19. Pass to Towns. He feeds it to Rose. And taken away by Johnson. Now here's Ellington. Defense is right there. Buries it down low. Ellington's got 7 points.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Yep, it counts. Jang's got his first basket of the night.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Waiters. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Rose against Johnson. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Johnson finds Waiters. From downtown. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Okogie. Off target from three-point range. The Heat leading by 19. Pass to Waiters. And Waiters with the stuff.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Okogie. He is guarded by Waiters. Five on the clock. Stolen by Winslow. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 8 points.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
And Waiters kicks to Johnson. 3 seconds left. He can't get it to go. Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for Miami. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. From undrafted to $50 million man, Tyler Johnson talked about what it felt like when he finally hit it big.
I think when I finally heard that number, when they put the offer sheet on there and said $50 million, I mean, that's well documented that, I kind of got sick. I just know the journey that it took me to get here. It was a little bit overwhelming. So, I threw up.
And credit Johnson's work ethic, Greg, putting himself in position to earn that big payday.
Great to see an underdog make it. And that's the kind of contract that truly changes your life forever.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after 1.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Down low, it's Jang and Towns. Then it's Jones, and it's Nunley in at the small forward. Jones in the post. He's guarded by Waiters.
Quick feet and active hands that time from Waiters. He affected the shot.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Okogie, Ellington defending. The pass to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Justice Winslow.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers. And his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
Waiters for 3. Sinks the triple. Waiters got 7 points.
Well, he is an offensive weapon, especially when Waiters gets locked in the catch-and-shoot game.
Dishes it to Jones. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And that one drops. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
Okogie, Ellington defending. Okogie, it's good from long range.
You can blame some poor defense on that play, just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Johnson outside. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely, and Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. Dragic comes in for Tyler Johnson. And a change for the Timberwolves. Teague's checked in. Here's Winslow. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Dragic the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Atlanta. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Josh Richardson's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And so Tom Thibodeau has got to have a timeout right now. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And even though Father Time Brent has taxed Wade on his athleticism quite a bit, you can still see glimpses of it when it matters most.
That seems to be the way of Wade right now, is waiting for the moments, the bigger moments, to step up and hit big shots or make the right play. He won't make plays as often as he once did throughout the course of a regular season game, but instills some confidence in his teammates on the floor come crunch time.
And that one misses. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you.
No excuse for him not drilling that one there. The defense was nowhere to be found. Maybe could have taken a little more time.
Richardson finds Johnson. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
That's just a mindset right there from James Johnson. You challenge him in the painted area all you want, he's going to go right back at you.
To the inside, Towns. And yes, it's good. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Dragic dishes to Richardson. Back to Dragic. To the paint. Kicks it out to Richardson. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Butler, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Over Butler. Wow, way off on that one. Timberwolves trail by 15. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
He has the ideal attitude you want in a swing man. But Butler gets in a good position, take it on the D, and just winning that battle.
Now here's Winslow. Here's Richardson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Richardson's got 9 points.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
Wade against T. Kicks it to Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Passes it to Richardson. Pass to Wade. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A chance to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Miami.
And they haven't needed a whole lot of work done inside because of what their guards are doing. It's been an outstanding performance by the fellas in that back court.
And he makes the first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rose is checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Justice Winslow. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And the first one drops.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Adebayo is checked in for Miami. And so he hits both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Dragic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Cleveland. Fades. That one misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Yeah, they were up against a team that struggled all night to get things under control. Mistakes and turnovers and just sloppy play all game long.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Goran Dragic. And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And so Butler nails both of them. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Here's Rose, following the score by James Johnson. And stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Rebound by Butler. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. Rose against Dragic. Here's Wiggins. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Now Wade. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland. Fires at the elbow. And he hits the jump shot. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Right side Towns. That one goes. Count it. Towns has got 22.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 12. Right side Towns. Back to Rose. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. No good with the triple.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. They dodged a bullet there.
From down low. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
A different look for Miami. Waiters comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Johnson, a wide open look. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Down by 12. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Now here's Rose. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame after not being able to get anything going in the first.
Waiters passes to Johnson. Back to Waiters. He dishes it to Johnson. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Now here's Butler. He's got 11. 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Heat. Minnesota making a switch here. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Waiters. A three-pointer off the mark.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Butler passes to Nunley. Outside Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And Rose always looking for his offense, and why not? He can put up points in a hurry.
And Waiters kicks to Johnson. Over Rose. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Miami in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Dwayne Wade wasted no time getting hot. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were expending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? And how can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
As we return to South Florida, a fantastic view of that famous stretch of sand, Miami Beach. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Miami with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. Richardson and Johnson are the forwards. Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. And it's Adebayo in at the center. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Now here's Dragic. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Now here's Butler. After the miss from Goran Dragic. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Dragic. Richardson against Wiggins. Richardson kicks to Wade. Poked away and stolen by Wiggins. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Pass to Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Josh Richardson, the 40th overall pick, Brent, back in 2015, a hardworking young player who's had a lot of good veteran mentors in this Miami Heat locker room.
Yeah, and he took advantage not only of what Dwayne Wade said to him, but the time that Dwayne Wade wasn't playing, he stepped in and seized an opportunity to get those minutes. He's had some scorching hot shooting numbers too. His rookie year was phenomenal, and it came in and drew attention from guys from the three-point line, so looking to be consistent on that end.
He misses the free throw.
Really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hands.
And he sinks the second. And here is Teague, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He kicks to Wiggins. Over Richardson. And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Andrew Wiggins.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
That one goes in.
Oftentimes when the stakes are raised, you go to your favorite move. We know he's very comfortable around the rim.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Butler deciding where to go with it. Feeds it to Tolliver. 6 to shoot. A floater. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. The kick out to Dragic. The pass to Richardson. Three-pointer, Wade. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Teague finds Towns. Back to Teague. Shoots a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami leading by 7. Lets it go with the 3. And Goran Dragic gets the 3. Dragic has got 7.
Superb confidence from Dragic there to go with the pull-up jump shot on that play.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete, and he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Johnson. Teague, the pass to Tolliver. Kicks it to Butler. Baseline J on the way, and it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Now here's Dragic. He has 7. Richardson the pass to Wade. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
What more does Dwayne Wade have to do to impress you? Still one of the smartest players and passers off the pick and roll game.
Now here's Teague. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Left side, Towns. The feed to Tolliver. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Here's Dragic. Passes it to Richardson. Here's Adebayo. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Wiggins, right side. Over Richardson. Here's Towns. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Now here's Dragic. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Richardson. Can't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Wiggins outside. Rebound by the Heat. Winslow's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shoots. And the shot is long.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Got to get out on Butler from beyond the arc. His three-point stroke continues to improve.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. The Heat leading by 3. Pass to Wade. To end the cold streak, and then Wade slams it in.
You smell that, Kevin? Dwayne Wade cooking with gas.
Teague against Dragic. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Teague. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Dion Waiters checked in for Josh Richardson. Ellington comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Jones kicks to Butler. Shoots over Ellington. Waiters grabs the miss.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Got to pay attention there, Tyler Johnson. You can't give him the breathing room that he had on that possession, and he burns the defender with a pull-up, Jay.
Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For Minnesota, they had been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. First free throw is good. Rose, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Towns drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Waiters outside. Can't hit the step back jump shot. Timberwolves trail by 4. Rose with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Rose dishes to Jones. Ellington grabs the miss. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the dish to Johnson. Back to Ellington. 4 on the clock. With a step back. Johnson's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And that one, good. He has 5.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now here's Waiters. Tight defense on him. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
That one goes in, and it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Timeout called, the Heat. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
And the Heat making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Heat third, in fourth, the Timberwolves.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
And so here is Miami. It's a 3-point game.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging about 26 points per, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Rose with the ball. He's got 10. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got 12.
The burst, the tight handles, all of it makes Derrick Rose one tough cover defensively.
Johnson kicks to Johnson. Dishes it to Waiters. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Johnson against Jones. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Waiters, and he gets it to go from the high post. 9 points in the game so far.
A little mid-range threat there from Waiters. When you give him some separation, he's going to take advantage.
Jones against Winslow. Jones, no luck.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Rose. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Johnson finds Waiters. Back to Johnson. Waiters outside. Shot from 12. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Jones looking for an opening. Basket counts. Towns has got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I like how Johnson gets into the post. Good at executing in the paint that time.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jones kicks to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Waiters outside. Can't get it to fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Minnesota on top. They finish off the third quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Timberwolves leading by 4 on the court for Minnesota. Down low, it's Jang and Towns. Rose is out there with Jones, and it's Nunley in at the 3. Now here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Johnson kicks to Johnson. And there's the pass to Ellington. Takes it from 10. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Jones.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And he makes that one.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Johnson, the pass to Winslow. Now here's Ellington. He's covered by Rose. Jones against Johnson. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is good.
Not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Outside Rose. He kicks it to Towns. And taken away by Johnson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Johnson. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Rose against Johnson. Rose finds Jang over Johnson. And again, it's Minnesota.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
He'd have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Passes it to Waiters. Back to Johnson. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Now here's Jones. Tries from 7. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Jones. 36 points for Karl Anthony Towns. The Heat trail by 6. Timeout called, the Heat. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
A different look for Miami. Richardson, he's checked in for Waiters. Dwayne Wade comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He wants to change it up defensively and get more people packed into the paint. He said, they're beating us up down low. We have to put a stop to it. Let's see if they respond, Kevin.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
From deep, Richardson. Rebound by Rose. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Towns. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Towns has got 38 points.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Rose against Dragic. Back to Wade. It's tipped. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Butler kicks to Rose. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Towns. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Dragic. Teardrop shot. It's good.
Even though you don't see that much from Goran Dragic, when he does use it, it's effective.
Dragic against Rose. Pass to Butler for the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Minnesota leading by 6. Wiggins outside. Outside Rose. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Dragic the pass to Richardson. Here's Wade. Rebounded by Rose.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Wiggins surveying the floor. Stolen by Wade. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Justice Winslow. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Miami has possession. They trail by 6, and that one is good.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Dragic against Teague. Here's Towns. Back to Teague. Just 5 to shoot. With some arc, and it's good on the way in. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
No hesitation from Teague. Saw a seam and took it, finding a way to nail the shot.
Wade finds Richardson. Back to Wade. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Towns. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
You gotta like the power of Butler. Just a terrific athlete who throws it down when he can get close to the rim.
Now here's Dragic. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Wade surveying the D. Up top, Dragic. Teague covering. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Dragic.
That's a big boy play from your point guard there to absorb the hit and still get the shot to go.
Now here's Teague. Kicks it to Towns. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off target from outside. The Heat have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. The shot by Wade, no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get it.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Miami with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wade's got 20.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
To the middle, here's Tolliver. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Teague kicks to Wiggins. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Butler against Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Teague for 3.
Excellent defense from Dragic there to make sure that shot was not an easy one.
Teague can't hit. And stolen by Wiggins. Outside Teague. Down low. And Towns throws it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive. Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Butler kicks to Towns. Back to Butler. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Wade against Butler. Down low. But they get it back. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. Here's Adebayo. And finally they hit one.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside. And that's as simple as it gets.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Teague kicks to Tolliver. He feeds it to Wiggins. There's the pass to Towns. Tries a three, and Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Towns. Towns has got 6 assists here tonight. The Heat trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Miami. And the free throw, no good. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wade against Butler. A second chance effort. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. He kicks to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
And the first one drops.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up and his productivity has gone way up.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Waiters comes in for James Johnson. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. So it's Miami now. 17-point game. Johnson, the pass to Waiters. Over Butler. And nothing but air on that one.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
Now here's Butler. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Now Johnson. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. With Jimmy Butler. Now, Jimmy, you guys struggled early on, but you got the momentum back and the lead. What adjustments did you make?
Just being aggressive on both ends of the floor. I feel like we're a little loose at the beginning and not playing with a lot of energy. I feel like that's what this team's about. So when we got out there, started playing hard and getting easy baskets, we cut that lead in half.
And it led to a win. Thanks, Jimmy. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.